We're back from the junkyard, and it is time to continue work on what's turning out to be a huge project. My little buy it, fix it, flip it video is turning into a huge deal. As you can see, we have mended the grill. I have a new cup holder. I have a new third brake light, and most importantly, as my arms get tired, struts for the rear hatch. So let's put these in first because this is getting ridiculous. So we're going to kind of balance this on my head. Here we go. This is the best. Ta-da! There's your thumbnail. Okay, so let's just pop this one off. There you go. Thank you. Oh, you kind of worked. You may have been a good one. Maybe it's the other one that's just too much. All right. Man, there's a little, oh, it's the top of my hat that hurts my head. Okay. There's that. And that. Why is this thing so effing heavy? Okay, even this one's not holding it. I've never, what is in here? You're not very heavy. What's in here? Nothing. Good golly. Okay. There we go. Ow. Come on. Oh, that's it right there. That's the crappy one. So this should fix it. Hopefully. And then, come on. We fixed something. Look at this. Ugly, pretty. Ugly, pretty. And yes, I could have painted this. I didn't have it in me that day, and maybe I will if she comes together, but that's a whole big difference. And I don't want to take that off because you got to turn it, and these little tabs always break. So we're just going to do it like this. And this is attached with about 6 screws. Well, apparently Mike needs front hood struts too. Okay, your hood latch goes below, right there. That's where it goes. So you put that in first, right here, and the rest just screws in. I just happen to have screws and a screwdriver. Yes, Lola agrees. Thank you, Lola. When in doubt, hold the screws with your mouth. It always seems to work. Beautiful. She looks beautiful. Okay. Now, it is time for the secondary water pump because it was making a horrible sound. So, but I gotta do something about this first. Hold on. All right, this is your water pump right there. This is the old one. Oh shoot. Yeah, it's still leaking. Right here. This is what it is. 2 hoses in and out and an electrical connector that is so much fun to get to underneath. Okay, this one was screaming when I would turn off the car and it would just keep running and it would make a horrible sound and it was really embarrassing. So we got rid of that. Look at this though. We have a beautiful air filter right here, which is really, really, really nice. We got the battery protector all screwed up. So we'll get this back together. And then What is wrong with you? There it is. There it is. Okay. And then we should be good to go. We'll refill some of the coolant right here, and we are looking pretty, okay? Hopefully this will fix our problem, because it's starting to get cold now, and I don't want to mess around anymore. So we'll get this back together. Like so. Okay, what's next for the mighty ML? We have tie rod ends. Yeah, this is very easy to check. Hopefully we have the correct ones in the box right there. And we have our Persuasion, you know, our Tanya Harding 3000 according to Vice Grip Garage. All you have to do is shake the wheels left to right. And if there is any play, you need some tie rod ends. If you go up and down, it's a ball joint. So let's do a little shake and see what's going to happen. Hopefully I have all the tools that I need right here. Let's give her a little shake. As you can see, the snow is melting. Oh my gosh. This is the worst I think I've ever seen. Okay, up and down, there's nothing. But this is why there's so much play in the steering wheel. Look at this. And you know the other one's just as bad because they go out in pairs. Okay, well, let's get it off and we will get to work. Hopefully you have some juice. Yeah, hopefully so. Whew. Okay, let's see how bad it is. Come on out. Everybody come out. Oh, I'm getting water everywhere. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to stay nice and clean. Sit. There you go. Be like Lola and sit. Okay. What other kind of things could go wrong up under here? I'm just looking at all the bushings and everything. Well, this could be. Why are you rubbing? This is actually. Oh! Okay, let's take a look. Here you go. This is your brake wear sensor that it's been rubbing. It's been sitting on the rotor right here and just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Why? Because it's not attached. So I've got to zip tie that or something. This is your outer tie rod. That's a hot mess. Yeah. That, woo! Okay, brake pads are okay. There's no lip on the rotors, which is nice. All I have to really do is address this right here. I don't know why you aren't attached to anything, because I would think that you would want to be attached to something. There's something missing. Maybe right here? I don't remember. It's been so long. So we'll do what everybody does. We'll zip tie this, maybe right there, and she'll be great. She'll be good. Okay, let's get this off, which is going to be fun. We have one beautiful left tie rod attached. There she is. She looks gorgeous. She's fantastic. This is the old one, which is the worst I have ever seen. I mean, it really is. It's a wonder this car did not just drive off the road. Okay, so we got the other side to do, and then we will get her all buttoned up. But I got to tell you, this one involved some of the Earth's elements, you know, fire and water and grease and PB blaster and cussing and everything else. But she's back and she looks really, really, really good. Okay, now let's get to the other side. We're over on the right-hand side, and I have developed a lot of hate for the person who owned this before me, because this is completely stripped out. You have to hold this with the wrench to unscrew this, to unscrew your tie rod end. Okay, and it was completely stripped. What they did, they didn't realize that a wrench, I want to say it's like a 13 or a 15, would hold that still. So you could unscrew this and then count the turns as this comes out and then put the new one in, okay? No, this guy was an idiot and he totally fucked it up. So we're gonna have to order now an inner tie rod and a boot, because I've tried heat, I've tried grease, I've tried everything, and this is so stripped out. I've just lost all love for the vehicle right now. So let me get on my favorite website, rockauto.com, and we'll order some new parts. But this is the best ever. This, people, okay, so we're gonna have to pick this up in a couple of days. Great. It's been about a week. We have some gigantic wrenches. We have 2 inner tie rods, and we have a boot, because this, whoever tried this, you know, like I said, stripped it and completely effed me, because this has turned into a huge, huge, huge thing. Inner tie rods are not difficult to replace, or outer tie rods. Inner ones are a little more fun, but because that is so stripped, I have to replace the inner one. I got to take the little clamp off to replace the boot, and the inner ones can be difficult. I have a 38 little crow foot. Where did it go? This little guy right here. This will hopefully fit on this like that, and then I can take it off. But basically, it's just right there. So let me see if I can get this off without cussing or hurting myself, and then we'll come back and show you how it went. We had to cut this lady in half and then smack it real hard. Look at that. Yeah, we had to cut her in half because she was not going anywhere, and I just couldn't get the right feel on her with my crowfoot. So I got a 38 right there. It worked perfectly. It came off. Now what we get to do is measure, okay? We will measure here to here. We'll kind of put this back together, which would be kind of like that. Measure it, and then come up with the appropriate distance. We'll get the new one in, and of course we're going to have to get this front wheel alignment, probably a 4-wheel alignment, but we got her off, okay? And if I show you right here on the new one, you see right here, this is where your wrench fits. See the blue line? Yeah, that's where your wrench fits, so you can tighten everything. You don't strip that, okay, because then you're in a totally screwed position like I was. But that right there, I think it's a 15. Or maybe a 7. No, it's a 15. See? It fits right there, and that's how you hold it so you can tighten up your outer tie rod. That's the right way to do it, folks. Okay. I'm loving this car more and more. I'm lying. All right, we have one beautifully installed inner tie rod on the left and the right, and one previously installed tie rod on the left, and a newly installed outer tie rod on the right. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, we have new boots, we have new connectors, we have new everything. Love it, love it, love it. So I hope we're close to where we're supposed to be. I hope this is pointing straight. Steering wheel is pointing straight. I hope the right wheel is pointing straight. We'll have to go, like I say, get those adjusted. But I can tell you, this was way more work than it was supposed to be, okay? If you just look, if you're working on a car, think about how they can make it easier for you. And then look for that, okay? You don't have to round things out when there's a little ledge for you to put a wrench on, okay? No big deal. This took an extra week plus 2 hours to do, and I'm so not happy about it. But we're making progress on the mighty ML. You, my pretty, are coming up next. We're back. We've been to the junkyard. We have a very important piece that we're going to put on, because these things, like I have been saying forever and ever, become so brittle. I couldn't find this piece, but I did find... Oh, yeah, look at that right there. We got us a bumper and 2 really nice tires that will match the others, and it's going to be fantastic. I also have the 2 little inserts right here, and perhaps greatest of all, no, this is greatest of all, but just as important, we have hood struts, which will hold the hood open. Because when I found the exact same car in the junkyard, the hood was open, and that's fantastic. So replacing these, it is the easiest bumper you're ever going to replace. It's literally 4 bolts, and they're all 10 millimeters, okay? So you've got one right here. You've got one right under here, and here, and here. Take those 4 out. This whole thing slides off. You put the new one on, and everything is good to go. For all of the ducky fans out there, Lola's going to show off. Go ahead. You got the zoomies. Go ahead, run. Run. Run and be free. You've been eating some yuck, haven't you? Anyway, I'm going to put the camera right down here. We're going to replace the bumper. It's going to take us less than 5 minutes in real time, probably 30 seconds on this time lapse. And Lola's going to do her zoomies. Okay, we now have one back bumper attached. We're going to address the front, and we're going to take these out and give them a wash because these are gross. These are really, really gross. I don't know what happened to here. Why did you come out? Okay, there you go. And my very clean car is now very, very dirty thanks to these tires. Ugh. Of course you're gonna hit the car. Of course you are. Okay, let's go ahead. You can sit there. These are next. This is huge, okay? But without further ado, look at that. So much better. So much better if you ignore all of this. Now, there was a half of one of these at the junkyard, so hopefully I can get that and push this out, and that'll be good. Let's move our attention to the front. It's getting cold. I'm losing my voice again, and the duck is ready to go inside because I saw a cat out here yesterday. Yeah, you guys just don't even want to work at all. Sit there. Okay, so all we're going to do is pop them off. Like I said, all we're going to do is pop them off. I don't like messing with these little bands here. There we go. Let go. Okay. There we go. And here we go. Look at that. Huge difference. Oh, this one doesn't even have a band. That's good. There we go. Let go. Let go. Out with the old, in with the new. And we have success. And we have more stuff for the trash. Okay. We're in the back of the mighty ML, and we are doing some repair work. Okay, remember I had a huge dent right over here? Well, most of that's gone. I just kind of pushed on it for a while and it came out. We have removed this little body piece right here because this one was broken and it was missing. So what I've done is kind of spliced, excuse me. What I've done is kind of spliced one right into here. We're going to glue that part of the bumper trim to this part of the bumper trim. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But I've been cutting all kinds of pieces for support brackets and trying to get everything to fit. Yeah, maybe I should have recorded that because it was pretty amazing work. I'm very skillful with my Dremel tool. No, I'm not at all. So I bought some parts, basically a couple of bumper parts and the third brake light cover from the LKQ/PYP. Now it's called Pull Your Part, and they've changed their colors and they have upped their prices. So a little piece of a body molding and another little piece, and this was $17. I went to the local pull-apart, it's called Aesop here in Tulsa, and I got all of this stuff for $18. I have some vacuum tubes, some connectors. I have lots of electrical connectors. I basically took pictures of the ones that were actually eaten, like way down into here, and there's nothing to splice to, so I think I have that fixed. This goes on the side of the engine, And remember, it was chewed down to it was just a nub for the red and the blue. Well, I got another one, and it goes just like that. And this, it's going to work perfectly. Okay, it came from an S70. Even with the coil part right there, it was $16. So PYP, your prices are out of control. My little bumper that I got right here was way more expensive once I got there than what it said on the website. So if you're going to LKQ/PYP, watch those prices, because they will get you. Basically, the bumper and 2 tires was $236, which is like, whoa. They charge you $10 per tire to take it off. Then I felt like, excuse me. Then I felt like I had to give the guy a tip, so I tipped him 20. So out the door, $256. It was crazy. My new favorite place is any kind of a local pull-apart yard, not a PYP. And our last project for this video, under the astute supervision of Lola, who's eating my fence, is the bumper cover. This is the piece, not the bumper cover, the tailgate lower trim portion, okay? Now, remember how we had the big dents through here? I pushed this one out, and I pushed a couple more out, and I think it looks 100 times better, don't you? That's 1,000 times better. Then we went to the junkyard. Remember, we got this piece, and this came to the original of the car. So I cut it in half. I've screwed all this back in. I've tried to get this kind of straight right there. And I acquired this piece of the trim piece, okay? This is the original. I don't know why this is all right here. And then I cut out a piece of the old and kind of used it, and some JB weld, okay, for plastic. And I think it looks fantastic. Then I did a little sanding and some priming, and it's not perfect, but it's gonna look 1,000 times better than nothing at all, okay? So we'll do a couple of little pinhole fills right here. Then I'm gonna paint it silver, because I have a ton of silver paint, I think, because I've had, you know, so many silver cars. And the whole thing is going to go on just like this. There we go. Now it does, you push it down a little bit and it goes into some slots, but that's what it's going to look like from afar. Okay, that's fantastic. I think that's just really, really, really nice. So let me add a little bit of filler, like here, here, and here. Then we'll prime it again, and then we'll paint it, and it's going to be perfect. It's going to be gorgeous. As pretty as you. Punch it. Come on. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She knows her left from her right. She's so smart. You're such a good girl. And without further ado, we have, it's almost done. Okay, I'm just going to show you before the paint is actually dry and before the final coat, because I got to wrap up this video. Anyway, look at that. I love it. It's not perfect, but nothing in life is perfect. Okay, you got the bottom bumper. It's got all kinds of scratches and a big old crack right there, but I think this is 100 times better. Yes, that looks magnificent, okay? Considering what it looked like when I bought it, with the cracked half bumper and the cracked half tailgate piece, this might even be prettier than you. No, it's not. It's not. But it does look doggone fantastic, okay? And I do have, I could probably punch this out right here a little bit more. But that is a nice result. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for another video. The duck is trying to fly over there. And I did this video because I had a couple of people comment, and it says, well, why don't you do a working on the car video, you know, all the time? This video took a couple of weeks to do. I did fix a lot, okay? But it's totally impossible to do a working on a car video every single day in the winter when you have very little access to your garage. You gotta be quiet. You wanna come up here? Okay, come on. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Out with one pet, in with another one, okay? Yeah, so it's almost impossible. But I am working on other cars, so we're gonna have videos about those cars coming up very, very soon. What happened? Did you just die? Pick up your head. Pick up your head. There you go, mama. Or papa. Ouch. Okay, if you ever wanted to pick up a duck, don't let them slice you with their talons, because those things are really sharp. But what do you think about the ML? It has come so far with this video. We still have to work on the clickety click, click, click in the engine bay. Okay, so there's a couple of things I'm going to try to do with that. And then I think it's time to move the car on. So we will put the car up for sale and find us another project, all right? Thanks for watching, everybody. We're back with another video, like I said, very, very soon. And of course, if you have not subscribed, Lola, Benzo, and Mike would certainly appreciate that. She tried to nip him, or he tried to nip her. I keep thinking the duck's a girl. You're a boy. You're a big bad boy, aren't you? Okay, anyway, we'll see you in the next video, folks. Have a good one. Bye.